And now let's send it over to Patrick for the place to be. I think he's inside still at somewhere pretty interesting this weekend.
Yeah, it absolutely is, Caroline. We are live over here in East Texas. We're in Joaquin, Texas, celebrating the grand opening, which is tomorrow, by the way, for the Flying G Motorcycle Museum. And so, Luke Garrett, come on in here with me real quick. This is Luke. I guess came up with this idea. You've had a love for motorcycles, but what got you the idea of saying, you know what, we're going to have our own museum?
So my father, Dennis Leggett, is somewhat of a mainstay, at least in the Arklatex and really around the country when it comes to motorcycles. And so I grew up with this being normal, being surrounded by motorcycles. So I've not known anything else. So this seems completely normal to me. But yeah, my father is the reason.
Okay, so real quick, so tomorrow's a big day, a grand opening for you guys going on. Just give me some quick particulars for people to know about.
11 o'clock tomorrow morning, the Wall of Death, the stunt show starts at 12. It's at the top of every hour until 3 o'clock. We've got food trucks. We've got all of our local restaurants and local entrepreneurs are working tomorrow, so come and enjoy that. There'll be live music on the Wall of Death stage. Okay. And then the AMCA, the Antique Motorcycle Club of America, is here, and they're going to have a lot of vintage antique motorcycles that you'll see riding up and down the road. So it's special to see them in the museum. It's better to see them on the road.
Okay, you made a comment about who got you into it, your father there. Let me bring him in here. Y'all switch places. Come on over to me, Dennis. And so you've been over here, and we talked earlier on about, would you talk to me on the air? He's like, I've talked to everybody about motorcycles when I get a chance. Real quick here in our minute that we have to talk. So you yourself, you actually have had a chance to ride in like some of the biggest races in the country.
I've on not the biggest races, but on the biggest tracks.
Yeah, Daytona as well, their road course that they have. That's one of the things that you got out there. You sort of lucked into that, didn't you?
I did. A friend of mine had Indians and invited me to go to Daytona with him one year, and it turned out that his rider quit.
Yeah, and so, folks, there's actually stories behind these motorcycles behind me, and when you reference Indians, that is what the company, as far as the brand of motorcycle, happens to be. But I'm just curious with you, when you look around at all of this here, he had this idea for it. You see all this come to reality. What do you think of when you look around?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I can't never imagine anything like this being in Joaquin.
I didn't imagine it either that it's here, but now that it's here, this weekend's here, and all of that, it has to mean something to you.
It certainly does. It's been, my life has been built around motorcycles. He says, I warped him, I guess, with the motorcycles, but it looks like it worked pretty good.
Well, folks, look, come see it for yourself this weekend here. He made a comment to me real quick as we wrap this up. You're talking about being open on Fridays and Saturdays, but if you have stuff going on Saturdays, you won't be in here. I said, what do you do, Hunt? He goes, no, I ride motorcycles. And so that's what he told me there, which I thought was pretty funny. But tomorrow, they're going to be here. All starts at 11 o'clock. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you're into motorcycles a little bit. You're into history, though, a lot. There's a lot of motorcycle history here, and motorcycle artwork. Place to be tomorrow right here, Flying G Motorcycle Museum, Joaquin, Texas.